We're going live. We're live. We're live. What's going on? Hey, everybody. It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. How you doing today? Welcome to my show, the Saturday edition. Sorry about the lighting. It's a different scene up here. I'm kind of upstairs in a house here in Calgary, trying to get all set up here, working with a couple of desk lamps, doing the best I can with what little I have. Hope you're having a good weekend, everybody. I'm having a great time. Last night was my my daughter's 30th kind of a birthday party dinner, and had some friends over, and it was enjoyable, very enjoyable. Great food, lots of fun, lots of commentary, and it all went very well. So fantastic. That was the big reason to come out here to Calgary from Creston, see my daughter and spend some time with her, and I got to meet a lot of her friends, and she travels in different circles than I do. And my world is a whole different world compared to the world that she's part of, and that's to be expected. She's 30 years old, and when you grow old like me, those of you who are in my age group, you kind of know the world in which they live. Those kids of ours is a far cry from what we've ever experienced, to say the least. But same could be said going back. I know when I was 30, I think I turned 30 in 1984, 85. The world that I was living in compared to the world my mom and dad came through. Whoa, unbelievable. And of course, my parents told me the same thing. They told me that when they turned 30, compared to the world that their parents were in, no comparison. So life goes on, and you know, the world keeps moving forward, and you either go with it or you let it pass you by. And you know, I try to do a little both, you know. I try to kind of go with it, but I kind of try to remember the good old days. Maybe that's the way it is in our generation. But anyway, welcome to my show. For those of you who've never been here before, generally speaking, this show is about cruise ships. I love to talk about cruise ship holidays and getting away for a vacation, finding a good deal for a cruise. How you can save money taking a cruise, packing for a cruise. I am joined on these live streams, which I do Monday to Friday at 5 Eastern time. Tuesdays and Thursdays I throw in a second show at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and then Saturdays like today 2 Eastern time. I'm joined by a cast of regulars of mine, followers of mine, and you can certainly become one at any time. Just join in, just follow me. There are folks here who are saying hi to me right now who are love to cruise. They're cruise addicts. They're addicted. Where we have an affliction. We can't help it, and we need to go out on a cruise from time to time and get some sea air and get some good food and have some fun. And so if you've got any questions, if you're a newbie, you've never been on a cruise before, you've come to the right channel, because this channel here is perfect for you. We will talk to you and help you, guide you on what kind of a ship you might want to be on, what cruise line might be better for you, what kind of itinerary you may want to look at. You might have already booked a cruise with a certain cruise line. Tell us where you're going, what's the ship you're going on, and where you're headed, and we'll tell you about the ports of call. If you've got a question about you know, Mazatlan or Puerto Vallarta or St. Thomas or you know, Rome, or I mean, wherever you're going on a cruise or anywhere in the world, let us know. There's probably somebody here who's already been where you're going, and we can give you some advice on short excursions, whether you should take a ship offer, like a short excursion through the ship, or whether you could do one on your own, what kind of excursions to not bother with, which, you know, are must-dos, must-sees. Certain ports, we can talk to you about logistics, about getting off the ship, getting on the ship. We can cover everything. Packing tips, drink packages, you name it. So yeah, you got any questions, fire away. Bring them on. If I can't answer the question, someone here who's saying hi to me can. If you're watching for the first time or you're a regular, tell me where are you watching me from? What's your temperature going to be today for the high? And let's compare notes. I'm usually in Creston, British Columbia, which is 3 miles north of the Idaho border. And I can see Washington, or I can see Idaho State from the living room of my house. But today I'm in Calgary, Alberta, and this is kind of a former hometown of mine as well. So I know this area very well. Lived here for many years, and the weather here has been gorgeous. Last week, before I got here, it was gosh awful. It was bad, and they were getting snow, and it was just terrible. But right now, beautiful. We got sunny weather, calm conditions. Cannot complain. The snow that's still around here is melting off. Any of the snow that was on your lawn around here, it is getting hit by sunshine, being burned off right now. If there's a snow in the shady part of your yard, it's hanging on for dear life, but it won't last much longer. And by next week, full-blown spring weather is coming here, 60s, 65 degrees, and that's just going to annihilate the rest of the snow. I hope your day is going great. I hope your weekend's going great. I want to say hi to a few people out there. I have some friends of mine who are watching, and I promised I would nudge on my ear to say hi to them, and wishing them all the best. And thank you for all of you who are following my channel. As almost all of you know, we're regulars. We started this. I started this little trip, this odyssey of this YouTube channel, August 12th, 2017. Here we are, April the 21st. 2018, 8 months and a couple of weeks down the road, and starting with no subscribers, no sponsorship, no income, no nada. And as of yesterday, let me take a look at my glasses here. Yesterday, I had 1,821 subscribers. Right now, we're at about 1,826, added 5 more overnight. And welcome to the 5 new subscribers who've come on board. Fantastic. We're on our way to 2,000 here. This is great. And we're growing nicely. We also passed, I think it was yesterday, 250,000 views for my channel. Fantastic, 250,000 views, wonderful. And we're quickly approaching 2 million minutes of watch time for my channel. 2 million minutes of watch time. I can't believe it. It's just an amazing number to think about. So thank you, everybody, for that. Did find out this morning, unfortunately, the latest shoot a drop on the old YouTube story. I knew something was up with YouTube when they changed the rules for monetization for channels like me to become paid by YouTube. I used to be paid by YouTube until February the 20th, and many others like me, but we were all thrown out the monetization department because we were too small to qualify under the new rules that had been instituted. And then we were told that, well, they're going to review us now if you reach 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 minutes, or 4,000 hours of watch time, I should say, which I had by Feb 20. And they would review us, and a couple weeks later, we should be back up and running. Famous last words. Then they changed it and said, sorry, we got so many channels that we're doing this on, and we've got so much work to do to kick out so many bad actors. It's going to take till the end of April. So I was figuring 9 days from now, we should be back. Just found out today, no, end of June, 2 more months. I have a feeling that they are purging so many channels that they didn't think they had to. I think they're finding that as they're peeling back the onion layering, they're finding, oh my gosh, it's not just an outer layer of crap. We've got more and more and more. And a bunch of channels are going to have to be eliminated, annihilated, broken, just removed. Because YouTube is trying to prove to the advertising community that the channels that are on the air and are worthy of monetization have been vetted and have been screened and have been verified by YouTube staff. And I have a feeling that YouTube thought it would be, pretty standard fare. They could probably do a lot of it with artificial intelligence, seeking computers, looking for key phrases, wording, whatever have you. And as they started digging and digging and digging, they just got into more and more nasty stuff. And there's some folks out there and bots that aren't necessarily, how do I say this? These are channels that are automatically created by, computer robot type programs. And if you're the ringleader of this kind of a thing, you can create thousands of channels by replicating the same formula and just going to different genres and then spewing out all kinds of garbage and nonsense type videos. And those of you who've watched my show, and I who like to watch videos too, I have my favorite channels. You have your favorite channels, and we're all good folks loving good quality entertainment or information or whatever it might be. But there are those out there who are on a mission, who are either with organizations or on their own who have a mission of not spreading happy thoughts and just creating all kinds of havoc. And I think YouTube got caught up in the sophistication of and the complexity that these entities have put together. And of course, as we all know, just talking a minute ago about the changing world in which we live, what was considered to be incredibly efficient a year ago is now today obsolete. Just look around our house, and I'm sure we can find a VCR player here and there. I'm sure we can find a record player. And the other day you saw I had a rotary telephone behind me. There's technology all around us that doesn't work anymore or is totally inefficient. Well, in this computer business and in this social media platform world that I'm a part of, that we're a part of here, I think YouTube has found themselves behind the eight ball with, holy moly, we get rid of 1,000 of these channels and another 2,000 show up. We've got to figure out a way to really battle these guys. In the meantime, it takes away time and effort to monetize, I call, the good guys. And I like to consider myself a good guy because I'm a human being talking to a computer camera to my viewers about what we love to talk about, which is cruise shipping and traveling and everything else, playing some trivia, having some fun. But unfortunately, I'm part of the YouTube community, and YouTube has got to deal with the whole community. And by the time they get to me, it's going to be a while. And I found out another disconcerting item or bit of news today that also kind of dropped my hopes a little bit. It's not a matter of YouTube monetizing channels in a sequential order. The first one to get to 1,000 subscribers and so on. No, they've changed that again. It's now all about view count. So the channels with the highest view counts that have made the grade will get first priority. And I'm certain I'm not one of those. I know that I've had between 1,000 and 2,000 views a day kind of lately. A couple of days it was up to 7,000, 8,000 views when we had a couple of stories going on that created a bit of volume on the channel. But my channel is a steady Eddie. It's one of those channels that keeps plugging along. The guy comes on the air 6 days a week, talks to his peeps. We have a lot of fun, a lot of view hours, and but I don't necessarily have millions of views because I don't throw watermelons off of balconies and I don't crash cars into flaming pots of oil, and I'm not a Hollywood kind of flash and dash kind of guy. In other words, I'm not after the 12-year-old market. I'm talking to, I think, mature adults who love to go cruising and holidaying and love to talk, like we actually speak in sentences and have a little more than an 8-second attention span. And so my videos are not designed for 1 million views because I'm unveiling the hottest new gizmo from whatever. It's just not my shtick. There are many who do that. And so I kind of fear that I'm going to be pushed back a little further before monetization kicks in. And so you've probably all noticed, obviously, what I've done about it. I've had to make adjustments to my channel to find ways to monetize myself because I can't count on YouTube to monetize me for, obviously, an indefinite amount of time, because who knows, by the time the middle of June shows up, they go, oh, it's going to be September and we're going to change our mind again. I have no idea. So, of course, what have I done about it? Well, thankfully, I have Super Chat and I do get donations from you for that, and I thank you. However, that's not the most efficient way to get me money because YouTube takes 30% off the top on any Super Chat that you send me. So if you're sending me $5, $1.50 goes to YouTube. I only get $3.50. I'll take it, and I thank you. But if you want to help me the most with what I'm about, you're best to go to my page on the top over here. There's a PayPal link. And if you hover your mouse over it, it'll actually say donate on it. It has like an automatic donate button. Straight donations to my cause through PayPal are the best way to go because I get about 93% of the funds after currency exchange and handling fees and what have you. So 9 out of 10 cents comes to me. That's one. Second one, Patreon. My Patreon link, which is also up here, you can make a donation to my cause for 10 cents a day or $3 a month or more, up to you. And it's just a monthly payment that just goes through whatever way you want to do it, on a credit card or whatever you have. And I get about 90% of that. That's very good too. Not that I have many, but anytime I get a donation on that, it's actually worth more to me than if I get a super chat donation, because I only lose 10%, not 30. And then there's the merch, and that is becoming, I think it's going to become quite important to me. The merchandise site where my Redbubble icon is up here, where you can get a T-shirt with Traveling with Bruce, or a coffee mug, or stickers, or whatever you like. That is also going to pay me, for my efforts, and I get a thrill out of knowing that some of you want to wear a T-shirt with Traveling with Bruce on it. That's great. I love it, and I get a commission for that, and you get something to wear from that. I'm just delighted, and I will be making more logos and more designs and coming up with more product to offer to my viewers. So those are the main ways that I'm going to be benefiting from YouTube, but I'm not benefiting from YouTube directly, other than, well, they're carrying my show, they're carrying my broadcast, they're telling me about my subscribers. I see all my analytics. I mean, there's a lot I get out of YouTube, believe me. And when you send me a super chat, I don't mind that they take 30% off the top, because it helps me pay them, in effect, around the other way around. I'm paying them to be on the broadcast. Because I'm just not large enough, or haven't been large enough in the past, which makes sense. I'm only 6, 7, 8 months old. Haven't been large enough to be a big factor. However, as we go forward, we're at 1,800 plus subscribers today. I expect to be over 5,000 subscribers through the summer, and hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be approaching over 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers. And there comes a point in time where a channel reaches a certain scale, and that's where the analytics change, and the YouTube hierarchy and computer ranking systems kick in and go, here's one of our channels that is a core channel of YouTube, because he has strong viewership, high likability, PG rated content, good number of subscribers, his view counts are rising, all the positives, and we're heading there. It's just that it's early days, and I just have to tolerate the ins and outs of the YouTube situation. And I totally understand the YouTube problem that they have right now with regard to cleaning up house. They had their incident a couple of weeks ago with a shooting on campus. That's another whole matter. I totally tell them, just take all the time you need. It's frustrating for me, I know. Might be frustrating for some of you fans to see this or hear it, but it is reality. It is the world in which we live, and I'll just have to deal with it, and we'll press on. So there you go. That's my quick little spiel on where things are at, right up to the minute as we hear it. Like I said, I just found this out about 40 minutes ago. This is all brand new. This new news. I didn't realize that this had actually come out. I think late last evening it came out, but I've heard about it about 40 minutes ago. And I'm sure the YouTube community will be reacting big time, because certain channels really have been bitching about it. And I think they're gonna do some more of that. But that's for others to do. I have to do what I have to do, and that is say hi to you guys. And let's find out who's here, because while I've been ranting away and knocking off here what I'm talking about, people have been saying hi to me. So why don't I say hi back? Because that's what we do here, and then we'll play some trivia. I have a little bit of news today on some cruising news, not too much. And then I got some trivia questions for you. I'm going to put you guys to work, and we'll see just how sharp you are today. First person to say hi to me was Jim Thomas. Jim was saying, howdy, everyone. Hey, Bruce, ready for another great show? Me too, Thomas. Jim, great. Glad you're here. I know you're one of my key supporters. I love it. Silo Steve, he's another one every day. Hey there, Bruce. And everyone, Seattle. He's in Seattle. 57 for the high, 44 for the low, sun and some clouds. And thank God for that sunshine. We'll take it. The leaves are going to break out. He's telling me 189 days to go until he's on the Norwegian Bliss, and he's in the Haven Club, which is the upper rooms, the higher end rooms on the Bliss on all Norwegian Cruise Lines ships. Fantastic. Don't those new Bliss videos look great? Beautiful chef. He's all excited, of course, and that's fantastic. Silo, that's great. Welcome back. Maurice, Iham is here. Maurice, how are you? Hello, Bruce. Hello there, sir. Welcome back. Valen is here. Valen Martinez from Argentina. Welcome back from such a distance. It's a great world in which we live that you can join us every day. Silo, you don't look hungover. I'm the designated driver. Yeah, I am always the designated driver because I'm not a drinker. I'm a caffeine-free Diet Coke enthusiast. Right here, here's my Canadian version of caffeine-free Diet Coke. And I was enjoying my Diet Cokes last night, and I had a great old time, and I feel fine. I can't say that for everybody else, but I feel fine. Maurice, 54 days until I go on the MSCC side, and I'm crossing my fingers for you that you have a good cruise. And Maurice, I'm really looking forward to hearing from you on that, how that works out for you. Silo Steve is saying, wow, getting close, Maurice, woohoo. Paul Wilgus, hi, Bruce and all. 62 here in Virginia. And Paul, that's great news, Paul. That means spring has got to be in the air here. Jim Thomas, Deb Emanuel is crying because she's on a trip with her dad, so missing another show today and crying about not getting her Bruce fix. She's going to have to catch me on the rerun. Sorry, Deb. At least that's, at least you got that. You can catch me on the rerun and keep up with me on that. But yeah, I hear you. I know she loves watching me live. John B, hi, Bruce. Getting warmer in northern New York. Hope spring is finally here. 52 degrees right now. Well, that's definitely an improvement. We're about 55 here today, 50, 55, something like that. Kind of like you. Maurice going, Bruce, you should go on the Norwegian Bliss. Yeah, I know. That's on my bucket list. Steaming Bean, taking a break from my model build. Steaming Bean, welcome back, sir. How's your temperature today up in northern Saskatchewan? I know the other day you were at 15 Celsius. How are you doing today? Are you holding that temperature? Maurice, when can we see your wife? Jennifer, she put on the dress last night. She put on she put it all out last night and put on the show. The paparazzi were going insane as always because I can't take her anywhere without the paparazzi taking photographs of her everywhere else. But she's pretty tired today. She's kind of resting and recovering from the whole thing. But she'll be all right. But at the moment, she's not camera ready. Seakeeper, hi Bruce and everyone. 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 100% cloudy. Slight breeze and quite enjoyable here in Tequila, South Florida. Thumbs up. Thank you for coming back, my friend. Good to see you as always. That sounds like pretty reasonable weather. Steaming Bean, will YouTube be around in 2019? Good question. Something tells me they will. I think that what they don't talk about in all the changes that are happening, I have a feeling a lot of this is cost cutting. They don't use the word because they don't have to. They don't have to use the word. But if you're going to go from, say, maybe 10 million channels that were being monetized and were being paid, or being credited with advertising revenue from, say, in my early days when I was first monetized was in October, I barely had 10,000 subscribers or 10,000 views, I should say. And at that time, that's all you needed to become subscribable or become monetizable, excuse me. When I was monetizable, in October, November, I was getting about 20 cents a day, 50 cents a day, $1 a day. Now, I didn't get the money. It just kind of went into an account and would accumulate. And once you hit $100 in your account, you would then get a payout. And my first payout came in January. So, even though I was monetized in October, I didn't get any money. But there were probably 10 million like me, the big ones, like the big hitters, and then everyone below us. And YouTube had to keep track of all that. They had to, their whole system had to work that. And then all these checks from $100 up to $300-400 a month would have to go out for, again, millions of small creators. So, every time you reached $100, you get a check or an automatic deposit or whatever the deal was. Well, with the rule changes, I think they are down to 2 million channels that are monetized now from like 10. That's 8 million you don't have to make payouts for. Now, I'm going to guess there's 1 million more that are now monetizable. I'm one of those. I'm sure of it. And to monetize us is going to, cost them time and money to do so. And in the meantime, they're spending a lot of money. Time and people is money. To clean out the bad actors. And so, if you can allow in 500,000 more, 1 million more eventually into the pot, all is well. Keep in mind, YouTube didn't take a pay cut uh, by demonetizing me, by not paying me. They're just taking the ad revenues that are coming, whatever the amount, they're just spreading it out to who they're paying out to. So if 2 million channels are being paid out instead of 10 million channels, 2 million channels got a raise. I'm sure they got a raise, a pay raise, because the advertising dollars are being divided into fewer channels. And so YouTube is still getting their cut of the gross amount of money coming in, but they don't have to do as much work to handle the payouts to everybody. And I'm in that thing. So I'm actually working for free on YouTube's behalf by producing what I'm producing. But I also am I'm aware of the fact that YouTube is providing me a platform to do my show and to handle this logistical thing we're talking about here, this worldwide distribution of my chats, and all of my videos that I've made up until this point in time. So I know YouTube is losing money by, with my channel right now, because I'm not generating money for them directly, except perhaps for the YouTube Red viewers that pay a monthly fee to watch without commercials. YouTube is getting, I think, $10 a month per YouTube Red member. But I don't get any of that money either. And that isn't an advertising decision. That is that's like Twitch, the platform called Twitch, where people pay a flat rate and the creator should get a portion, and so should the social media operator. Well, I'm not getting any of the operating money from YouTube. They're getting all of it. They're keeping all of that because they've kicked me out of monetization. That's a bit of a bug for me. That kind of irks me a bit, because that has nothing to do with advertising. It's a person's choice to pay $10 a month and then to watch my show. That's all their choice. That shouldn't have to be monetized. Shouldn't be a discussion. Shouldn't have to be a decision by YouTube whether I get a portion of that or not. Should be automatic. But they've decided that's part of monetization, and it's millions of channels, millions of viewers. What can I say? Anyway, so there you go. We'll have to see how it works out. So will YouTube be around? Yeah, I think they will. I think they'll be profitable in 19. I think they almost broke even this year. Prior years they've been still losing money, but the losses were shrinking and the numbers were growing as far as viewership and channel growth and all of that. But this last few months have had an effect, I think, on a lot of channels like mine to make us analyze what we're about. And my attitude has been all along, this is my full-time job, would be my full-time job. And I want to do meet and greets on cruises and so on, because I want to travel with you folks. So I'm kind of, I'm in that camp where I'm trying to become a full-time YouTuber, a full-blown full-time YouTuber, but I can't get in the door. I'm in the lobby, just waiting for someone to bring me upstairs and let me in. And I'm patiently waiting and working in the meantime to get there. So I hope that makes sense and hope it doesn't bore you folks too much. Michelle Lucas, Princess Regal Lobster Fest today. 3 wines, 1 champagne, 5 courses, and dessert, $40. The best ever. Oh man, and she's on the ship right now, the Regal Princess in the Atlantic, heading for Copenhagen. This is Michelle Lucas. She and her husband are on 3 back-to-back cruises. They did a week in the Eastern Caribbean, a week in the Western Caribbean. Now they're heading to Copenhagen, all on the same ship, the Regal Princess. And today is Lobster Fest Day. Ooh, Lobster Feast Day. Oh man, that's awesome. Fantastic. Steaming HD in Mazic TV Com. I have no idea what that means, but welcome. And then Randy is here. Greetings, Bruce and all from Vista Lounge on board Regal Princess. Can't watch live tonight as we're headed into the Captain's Circle party. We'll listen later. Fantastic. Gotta love that. That is awesome stuff, man. Thank you, Randy, for joining me again for a brief moment. Steaming HD and MazicTV.com. Got someone I think we got someone who's trying to advertise himself or promote something. I don't know. We don't kind of like that so much. We don't kind of go with we don't go with that sort of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to we'll see if we can excuse this person from further participation and let them promote themselves in other areas and see if that works. We're not sure if this will do it or not, but we'll give it a try, and see what happens. Let's see here. Maybe we can do it that way. There we go. That might work. Anyway, let's continue on with messages. Sorry, folks, just have to clean house here from time to time. Whenever we get someone that really we're not interested in having, we'll just move on. Steamy Bean, Dandy Randy. Oh yeah, he's loving that deal that they've got going on that ship out there in the Atlantic. Tommy Eaton, hi Bruce and all. 72 and cloudy in Jacksonville, Florida. Expecting rain tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be sunny 3 weeks from today when I'll be sipping on a tropical drink on the Lido deck of the Elation. I'm sure, I don't know if the weather will bother you at all. you got a lovely drink on the Lido deck. Let the weather do what it wants. I think you're going to be fine. I'm looking forward to your report on how you enjoyed that. Randy Lucas, tomorrow is Punta Delgada, part of the Azores. So they're going to be all the way over to the Azores from having left Miami, going to Copenhagen on the Regal Princess. Fantastic, Randy, for that update. I love it. Michelle Lucas, party with Captain Tim. We're on first name basis. We visited him 5 times in 3 weeks. Yeah, you guys are becoming like lifers with this guy. Yeah, I can see that. That's pretty cool. You gotta love it. Fantastic. Jeez, that's great. Oh my goodness. I'm trying something, Randy, just so you know, in case you're watching live, that little wrench that you have there, I'm trying to get it removed. I'm not sure if what I just did will do it or not. Bear with me while we keep working out the kinks. For those of you who are wondering, what am I doing? Randy Lucas, love Randy. He and his wife Michelle are on this ship. Somehow I clicked a button somewhere once. I think it was a week or two ago, and I may have inadvertently clicked the button during my live stream, and I turned Randy into a moderator, and was by no fault of mine, no fault of his, and we were trying to figure out how do we undo that. And so I think I may have just done it. We'll see what's going on. Jim Thomas, hey Randy, sounds like you guys are having a great time. Maurice, is there any website that I can check to see what ship there is that will be there in Miami besides the MSC set? Is there any website I can check to see what ships there'll be in Miami besides Seaside? Okay, yes, there are. Maurice, go to vacationstogo.com. If you go to vacationstogo.com, it's a site that will let you price cruises, but it's kind of handy to do a couple of other things. And you can figure out, by utilizing that website, you can figure out what ships are in what ports, at least on departure days. And so let's say, in this case, you're in Miami and you know what day your ship is leaving Miami. You can go to vacationstogo.com and pretend to want to buy a passage on your ship. You can link in as far as working the site. By the way, I did a video on how to work vacationstogo.com. Just go to my channel. You'll find the video, watch it. I show you how to use it. There's a million things you can do with it, and you'll figure this out pretty quick. But anyway, just to surmise, you can go to vacationstogo.com and you can do a search where you can say, I want to go on a cruise out of Miami for the month of whatever, May, June, whatever month you want, and only that month for 2018. It'll then show you all the cruises out of Miami in a chronological order from the first day of the month to the last day of the month. You'll find your cruise on the seaside. I don't know what date it is. Let's say it's the 15th of June, just guessing. You'll see all the cruises leaving Miami on the 15th of June. And then you can see what ships those are. And you'll see that way you know, oh yeah, if there's 3 other ships leaving the same day, there's a Norwegian, there's a Royal Caribbean, there's a whatever, and mine. That's one way I would do it. It's how I would do it if that's what I needed to know. Steamy Bean, record players remain beautiful and most useful. Yeah, there's a diehard of us diehards who are hanging on to those beasts. Silo, try the Port of Miami, maybe. Yeah, you could, but like I say, vacationstogo.com gives it to you really simply if you know how to use it. Maurice, Bruce, did you have a job before YouTube? Yeah, I did. I've had many jobs before YouTube. Yes, I did. But yes, I've worked in a number of areas through my lifetime. But I don't want to bore you with that today. But yes, I have. Wendy Thompson, what No sailor, Jerry, just the captain. Hi, all 60 here in Bland. What? No sailor? No sailor, Jerry, just the captain. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but 60 in Bland, Missouri. Fantastic, Wendy. Good weather. Steamy Bean, 2,000 subs by Victoria Day weekend. Well, wouldn't that be great? Let's hold cross your fingers. Randy Lucas Bean, I think I like that nickname, Dandy Randy. It has a ring to it. Dandy Randy it is, Steamy Bean is saying. The Steamy Bean is going, merch. I want to buy a Speedo with Bruce's face on the front and center of it. There you go. Yeah, well, keep dreaming. Yeah, I have a feeling there's a certain merch that just you're never going to see the light of day. It's just not going to happen. Maurice, do you think I should start a YouTube channel? Do I think you should start it? I have no idea. I thought about doing a YouTube channel for a year before I actually did this one. And the reason I thought about it was I didn't know what I would do. I was thinking, I kind of think I would have fun doing a YouTube channel, but what would I have fun doing? And what can I do as a 62-year-old guy doing a YouTube channel? I mean, geez, most YouTubers are in their teens, their 20s and 30s. There are a lot of young couples that go traveling around the world with backpacks and are YouTubers, chronicling their journeys. I can't do that. Too old, too many commitments, that kind of thing. I got too much crap. I got too much stuff lying around the house. I should sell it all. But I thought for a year, what would I do with myself on YouTube? And even after I launched my channel, I wasn't sure. I really kind of started putting videos out there talking about my travels. And I found that, boy, I really enjoyed going to Europe. I really loved Berlin. Really enjoyed it. I've been there I was there three times in 1 year, and 4 times over about 8 years. And I did a bunch of videos on Berlin, and I found that no one's watching them. And I figured, well, it's because they're lousy videos. You're not good at it. And so I use those as my, early day trial and error. Put some videos out and see what you can do, and learn how to use editing software and all this sort of stuff. But through a series of combinations, I found that I enjoyed making the videos, and I enjoyed the subject matter. But I just found that the videos themselves, I'm looking at the videos going, well, they're kind of like a glorified slideshow with a bit of music. Not all that great, but you got to learn. You got to learn your chops, I suppose. And so I figured out how to do it. But then I realized, talking about cruise ships, I really like talking about cruise ships and cruise vacations and the changing business, this changing world of the cruise business. All the new ships coming out, the Bliss, the Symphony of the Seas, the Carnival Horizon, all these new changes. Fantastic, I love it. And then I found that when I did talk about cruise ships, my numbers went up. People were watching, and my subscriber count went up. And then in January, I figured out, I think the secret for me to really enjoy what I'm doing a lot more and to be more engaged is to be live and to do these live streams. No live stream I'll ever do will get 5 million views unless I, juggle dynamite that's lit or something like that. I'm not going to bring in that kind of number, but I'll bring in a solid core following of viewers that I will grow a base on and grow from there. And my ultimate objective is to be on cruise ships with my followers from time to time and do videos at sea and come back home and do reports on how my last cruise was. So I found my niche, but you got to find your niche. And I don't know what your niche is going to be. My suggestion is look at YouTube channels that do what you want to do about the subject that you love. And then you might find, I like the way this person does it, or this organization, or how they do their videos, or how they're doing their videos. And that'll give you more ideas about, there's a various styles of creation. I could be a YouTube creator. I could be all kinds of different kinds of YouTube creators. I found my niche here, and I'll see how long it goes, and how long the people like to watch it, and I'll keep making adjustments to improve it as best I can. So anyway, there you go. Tommy Eaton, don't forget thumbs ups. He's saying, Randy Lucas, dear God, Bean, no, don't put Bruce's picture on the front of a Speedo. No, don't do that. Susan McGuigan, on Amtrak. She's on Amtrak right now, on my way to Norwegian Star out of Miami tomorrow for a repositioning cruise from Miami. Susan, welcome to the show. I hope you're getting decent reception. This is fantastic. I'm really curious if you could keep in touch with me when you're on the Star, either by live, watching me live, or just sending me a message on any of my videos, letting me know what's it like on the Star, the Norwegian Star, going to Barcelona, because you are on a repositioning cruise to Barcelona. And I know the ship is going into dry dock after you are done your cruise. And I'm curious to know, will you find anyone on board that's doing construction work, or is there any, nonsense going on like that? Please let us know. This is great. Thank you for letting me know you're watching. This is fantastic. Paul Wilkes, laughing my tush off on Bean's idea of a Speedo bathing suit with my face in the middle of the Speedo bathing suit. I was thinking, why don't I just have, my headshot, one on each cheek on the Speedo? But then I guess the Speedo doesn't have much cheek room, does it? No, I guess there's very few places to place this feature on a Speedo, if you know what I'm saying. Tommy Eaton's laughing out loud too. Randy Lucas, Susan M, so exciting. Randy's pulling for you. Michelle, Wendy, Sailor Jerry. Yep, he's here. He's the bearded in transit dude. Oh my gosh, the steamy bean. Maurice, why the seaside? Maurice, I booked it. He says, I booked it before I heard about all the problems, and plus it looked so beautiful, and it was so cheap. The price was cheap and the ship was beautiful. How could I refuse? Well, there you go. That's the strategy MSC has adopted to fill this ship up with passengers, because the old standard routine of showing beautiful pictures and having expensive prices usually works, except when you have all kinds of issues on the ship, which they had in the first few months of sailing. Now they've had to resort to price cuts, because the press and YouTube videos and YouTubers who've been on the ship, travel agents who've been on the ship, are not happy with their experience on the MSC Seaside in those first few months of sailing. The hope we have here for Maurice is by the time he gets on this ship, he won't have those issues, because they'll have figured it out. But boy, for the longest time, we were getting nothing but bad news out of the Seaside. Betsy Lane, hello. Plus 13 degrees in Hamilton. Fantastic, Betsy. Welcome back. And that snow of yours is disappearing fast with that kind of temperature. That's great. Maurice, is the Norwegian Sun in dry dock? No, it's done. Dry dock finished 3 days ago. Today's the 21st of April. It came out on the 18th. On the 19th, the Sun went to Seattle, picked up 2,000 passengers, and is presently heading south off the coast of the U.S., the western coast of the United States, heading down to past Portland and past San Francisco. It's going to go through the Panama Canal and go to Port Canaveral. So there are people on her right now heading to Port Canaveral. The first reports from passengers on board the ship who are well aware of the issues of the Norwegian Sun from the prior cruise before the dry dock. They've been everywhere. They've been crawling that ship in all the public areas, taking photos, posting them on Facebook, and so far the ship looks spotless. Looks like no construction issues anywhere in the public areas. The word I had received was that there was work to be done, some work to be done, what we call finishing work, but it was being done below decks. Whereas the cruise on the dry dock cruise concentrated on the upper decks, the public decks. They got everything looked after, apparently, and the ship was ready to sail without any incidents and without any toxic chemicals on the decks, paint cans, lacquer, all that sort of stuff. Now, it's possible that at between 1 and 4 in the morning, there might be some work being done in some of the public areas upstairs when most people are asleep. But no reports even of that. So good sign. So far, so good. Silo, nope, the Sun sailed out of Seattle yesterday. Wendy Thompson, Scotty, Bean, Bruce, Scotty, beam Bruce up. He's ready to cruise. Wendy is saying, that's right. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm ready to go. Iskew Park. Hi, Bruce. It's Iskew in Thunder Bay, Ontario. It's +8 Celsius, sunny, and the snow is finally melting. Yes, finally, Iskew. Maurice, does anyone know if the Norwegian breakaway is going into a scheduled dry dock? I don't know offhand. I thought I heard something about this, but I don't have anything on the tip of my tongue. Anyone knows, you can let me know here. Iskew Park, they are saying we might hit a high in a few days of 18 Celsius in Thunder Bay, Ontario. That is a sign, a sure sign that the worst might be over. Lisa Moore, 15 days till my Carnival Elation cruise. Way to go. Just a little over 2 weeks. This is great, Lisa. Let us know how this is going to work out for you. I'm really excited for you. Cam Wilson, hey, everybody. Hey, Cam, how you doing? Steamy Bean, let Randy kick the dead beats out. Cam Wilson, Lisa, I'm so jealous. Have fun. Randy Lucas, yes, Bean. Dandy Randy is on the job. Or is it Randy Dandy? Wendy Thompson, Rum Brands, Captain Morgan, and Sailor Jerry. There we go. The Steaming Bean YouTubers, Camo Dave and Blind Views are about your age, Bruce, as well as Caravan Caroline. Yeah, I know Caravan. Caroline, I watch her all the time. I don't catch the other two guys, but I do watch Caroline. Enjoy her channel. Maurice, Bruce, how do you play? How do you play HQ trivia? How do you play HQ trivia? I'm not sure quite what you mean on the question. I'm not. I need more details. I'm not quite sure. Kathy Butler. Hi, everybody. Popping in while I'm at work. Kathy, sneaking on the boss. Way to go. Welcome back. Nice to have you here. Steam and Bean. Trivia. Lisa Moore. Thanks, Cam Wilson. I have my seasick patches ready. Laugh out loud. She's ready to go. Cam Wilson. What does seasickness feel like, if you don't mind me asking? I've never experienced it. Oh, it's like a hangover. It's kind of like a hangover, and the pressure and I guess it's different for different people. Upset tummies, that type of thing. Lisa Moore, hey Kathy. Kathy saying, hey Lisa. Silo, notice the Lisa has touch screens all over the ship for making various reservations. Kind of odd considering you were always washing your hands. Now we get to wash them more often, I guess. Yeah. I'm sure they'll have staff, keeping that screen clean and that type of thing. I notice also, Silo, that they've got smart elevators on the ship as well. And a smart elevator, for those of you who don't know, you might be in a lobby where you've got 6 elevators. You got 3 over here, and you got 3 over here. And normally you have an up and down button, and you wait for the first car to open up. You get in and go. Well, there's 20 people in the lobby. Guess what happens? 20 people try to get into one car. And 10 seconds later, the second car arrives, opens up, and there's nobody there, and it just sits there, and then the doors close, and nothing goes on. With a smart elevator, when you get to the lobby, you tell the little computer on the door, there is no button up or down. There's a little screen. You tell it what floor you want. So if you want to go to, on the case of the Bliss, you want to go on the upper levels, you'll press, level whatever, 15. And what'll happen is elevators will come and open. And there'll be a screen on top of the doors, and it'll tell you the floors it's going to. And so it might say 8, 15, 17. So you see the 15, you go in that elevator. Another elevator opens up over here, and it's going to floors 6 and 9. And the folks who push 6 and 9, they go into that elevator. So now 20 people are scattering into 6 different elevators in a rotational basis, rather than all 20 into one. And that way the elevator doesn't stop at every floor going up. It goes to 7, 12, 15, and efficiently gets them off. And the computer on board the ship, through the elevator system, every floor has the smart system. So every time you get on the elevator, you're just you're indicating to the computer where does he want to go. And the computer's figuring out the numbers of all the people on all the levels at the same time, where everybody wants to go at the same time, and it's dispatching the 6 elevator cars to the specific floors to handle the flow. Because sometimes after a buffet, there's 35 people in the buffet lobby, but there's nobody waiting for an elevator on the top floor, and yet the elevators go all the way to the top and come all the way to the bottom. Not anymore. Elevators now go where they're needed, when they're needed, through the smart system. Costs millions, but way more efficient, and the elevators don't have to work as hard. They work less hard to do the same job more efficiently. It's just amazing. The changing world in which we live, kids. There we go. Kathy Butler, Cam, for me, it was dizziness and nausea. I had it first day on ship, and then again when I got off at a port on solid land. My system was confused, I guess. Lisa Moore, nausea, then I start vomiting. Wow. Kathy, oh no, Lisa, that's awful. Do the patches work for you? She says, yes, they do. Kathy Butler, oh, are they OTC or prescription? Yeah, she wanted to know what kind they are. And we'll find out. She was saying Amazon. She got them from Amazon over the counter. Cam Wilson, oh, interesting. I wonder why that happens. Why is seasickness a thing? Thanks for the answers, Lisa and Kathy. Maurice, when I was on board Allure of the Seas during the lifeboat drill, they just play a video on how to wash your hands. Great. That's awesome. Silo 18.4 on the Bliss. For me, he's saying, Kathy Butler, I could see me screaming at the elevator, just like those voice systems when you call a business and they never understand you. Oh man, and Kathy saying this sounds so awesome on the Bliss for Silo because we're jealous. He's going to be on the Bliss, and I know Debbie Manuel is going to be on the Bliss. A number of you are on it. It's going to be, you guys going to have a great time. All right, I've caught up with my hellos. So welcome to the show, everybody. Quick little bit of news for you. Talk about a repositioning cruise. I got one for you. Here's a doozy of a cruise. How would you like to have this as your repositioning cruise? I just got my notes here. Let me just bring it in front of me. I just got such a kick out of reading this. I had to tell you that. So normally when you're on a repositioning cruise, you're getting on point A, and then the ship is taking you to point B, and it might be like in the case of the Star, the Norwegian Star. We're just talking to someone. You get on in Miami and you get off in Barcelona, right? So when you're in Barcelona, you figure out what you're going to do. You're going to hang around there for a few days. Maybe you're going to travel from Barcelona in Europe for a while. Maybe you work your way to London, England through a series of train travel days. And, a week later, do a bit of Paris, a little bit of Amsterdam, get the channel over to London, and then you fly home, from London. That's a typical repositioning cruise. On the ship itself, it's a pretty easy standard exercise. You get on in Miami. It might go to Bermuda for a stop. It might go to the Azores for a stop or two. You might end up in Lisbon. You might end up in Gibraltar, and then you end up in Barcelona. I mean, there might be 4 or 5 stops before you get to your final port of call. That's a typical repositioning cruise. The price is always right on a repositioning cruise. You get a really good deal, and because it is a one-way, it's harder to sell. Fewer people can take advantage of repositioning cruises because time. These are longer cruises. It's a one-way deal, so you got to get to the ship and get home from the ship, and that's up to you. And so it doesn't appeal to everybody, especially families with kids who have to go to school, university students have to get back to school, all that. Fair enough. But here's a repositioning cruise with a twist. This repositioning cruise comes with a pirate warning. This repositioning cruise is the kind of cruise where for a certain number of days in the middle of your cruise, you're not allowed to go on the upper decks. And you have to draw your curtains and keep them closed in the evenings. And the ship is going to shut off all of its outside exterior lighting and sail in the dark. And before the cruise even starts, extra security personnel with, I'm sure, heavy duty firepower are getting on the cruise ship to kind of be on watch 24/7 in those 4 days or 3 or 4 day window where there could be an incident. And what I'm talking about is the cruise that is leaving Dubai heading for Barcelona, April 22nd to May the 2nd. It has to go through the Gulf of Aden. And this is just off of Yemen and Somalia. And the folks at Royal Caribbean are taking no chances, like all cruise ships operating. They take no chances. They have extra staff on board with weaponry. And the crew, certain members of the crew will be on 24-hour watch duty with binoculars on all decks of the ship, looking all directions for any troublemakers. And of course, in the cabin, in the bridge where the captain is, they of course have the radar systems, and they can see all vessels in the area. And they know that the area that they're going through is laden, heavily laden with fishing vessels, a lot of small fishing boats. Sometimes fishing boats get commandeered by pirates, and they pretend to be fishermen, and they'll have 4 or 5 of these vessels, and they'll try to corner or try to box in a vessel if they think they can get on to boarding it and reap the rewards of piracy. Well, with a cruise ship, the good news is that you have the radar, so you can see all the dots ahead of you where these guys are, and you can sort of alter your course and see which one of these fishing boats are altering the course with you, and then through deduction, you figure out, okay, good guy, bad guy, bad guy, bad guy. We'll avoid the bad guys. We'll just go over here because a cruise ship at top speed can go almost 30 miles an hour, and with a a vessel of almost 100,000 tons. Pretty tough for a fishing boat to get in front of it to stop it. So they take no chances. However, this cruise is going to be incident free if they can at all help it. However, as part of the duty of the captain and the cruise line, they just want to make you know as a passenger, we've taken a few extra precautions on this cruise to ensure your total and complete safety, but we would appreciate your cooperation in the evenings. Keep your curtains drawn. don't be having a cigarette out on the balcony because you'll be giving our position away to potential bad guys. And I thought that was an interesting little article today for a unique little experience called a repositioning cruise with something extra. That was quite wacky when I saw that. I thought, wow, but it's standard fare out there. I thought I'd just mention that. All right, let's see. Any comments before we get into some trivia here? I want to do some trivia. Let's see here. Tommy Eaton's going trivia. Silo, the new videos from the last day or so of the Bliss show so much more than the mock-ups. I believe it's her. Randy Lucas. Okay, we got to go. So my answer is Bakersfield. Tommy Eaton. My answer is Tokyo. Cam Wilson. Arg. Kathy Butler. Oh my God. Have you seen the videos on YouTube of pirate attacks on cruise ships? I have. They generally they don't win. No, they generally don't win. Wendy Thompson, Detroit is my answer, and I'm sticking to it. Detroit. Kathy Butler, I always wonder what kind of firepower or anti-pirate measures they have. Yeah, they got a few toys they bring on board. MS Bit he is here. Kathy Butler, are you serious? Maybe I do not want to work for a cruise line. At least some more. I won't go on that one. I'm not going on that repositioning cruise. No, I'm going on the Elation, and maybe I'll do a Caribbean cruise. Yeah. Stick to those. You'll be fine. Kathy Butler, you are good as long as you don't cruise past some countries around Africa. No problems near the USA. That's true. All right, let's play some trivia, you guys. Let's see how you do today. I've got a couple here for you. I think I got 3 of them today. I had 3 trivia questions for you. And the first one, I'm looking for country names, so don't give me Tokyo and don't give me Bakersfield. Countries. Tell me the countries, here we go, that have the most skyscrapers. Countries that have the most skyscrapers, total numbers of skyscrapers. And let's see how well you do on this one. Now, there are 15 answers on this one. The top 15 is what I'm looking for. What countries in the world have the most skyscrapers? Not the tallest, the most. Wendy Thompson, that repo cruise is full of NRA members. Jim Thomas, I was thinking the USA, number 2 country in the world for skyscrapers. Tommy is going with China, number 1. Tommy Eaton, you got China, number 1. Steaming Bean is thinking Singapore. That is correct. That's a city-state, and it is the 9th largest number of skyscrapers in the world, and it's just one city. Wow. Sonny Wallace, arg, oops, wrong Pirates. I'm the captain now. I am the captain now. That's right. Steaming Bean is thinking Japan. Yep, number 3 is Japan. Wendy Thompson's got Japan as well. Steaming Bean is going for Russia. Russia did not make the list for most skyscrapers. Paul Wilgus went with the USA. We got it. Cam Wilson's thinking Dubai. Dubai is a city. Big city, lots of skyscrapers, but what country are we talking about? Betsy Lane, Japan, got it already. Angela A is going for Thailand, number 5. Thailand is number 5. Well done. Dubai again from Wendy Thompson. She's thinking the city of Dubai. Sonny Wallace is going with Japan. We've got it. We've got the Steaming Bean going for India. I think that's a little typo there. India. I'm going to say he's thinking of India, and he is right. Number 15. Just made the cut. India, number 15. Let's see what we got here. Pardon me, folks. Okay, Sunny Wallace, China. We've already got it. S. Swan, Sylvia's here. Hello, everybody. 62 degrees in Greensboro, North Carolina. Feels like 73. Major cleanup in the Greensboro area today. Steaming Bean, Brazil. Thinking about Brazil. Yes. The question is countries with the most skyscrapers. And Brazil is a good guess. Jim Thomas, India. We just got it. Here we go. Steaming Bean, the United Arab Emirates. That is correct. The UAE, number 4 country. Dubai and Abu Dhabi are your 2 big cities there. Tons of skyscrapers. 4th most in the world, probably all in the last 25 years. Incredible. Just incredible. Tommy Eaton, Brazil, we just got it. Elisa is thinking about the country of Seoul, but the Seoul is not a country. It's a city, and give me the country, and you might be in business. Betsy Lane, UAE, just got it. Angela A, Mexico. Nope, Mexico is not on the list. Malaysia, Steaming Bean is thinking about Malaysia. Number 8 on the list is Malaysia. Canada, Steaming Bean. Yep, number 7, Canada. Steaming Bean is now thinking about France. He's just typing in a storm. France did not make the cut, no. Now we've got Lemar Kipu Silvers getting on late. 45 degrees with overcast. In Chicago. Welcome from Chicago. 1 week from Harmony of the Seas Sailing. Bruce owns Chicago. Yes, he does. I own Chicago. Thank you. Welcome back. 1 week to the Harmony. It's going to be a great time. You're going to have a great cruise. I look forward to your report on how it's worked out for you. That's fantastic. You're a perfect candidate, Mr. Silvers. Countries with the most skyscrapers. You got skyscrapers in Chicago. Talk to me about countries with the most skyscrapers. Here are the guesses so far that are correct. China, the USA, Japan, United Emirates, Thailand, those make up the top 5. Then we have Canada, Malaysia, Singapore. Then we got Brazil and India. I still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries to finish off the list. Let's see. Saudi Arabia was guessed, and it's not, didn't make the cut. England or the United Kingdom, I would accept either or, but didn't make the cut. Nope. Korea, Isku Park. Which one? There's 2 Koreas. Steaming Beans, South Korea. There it is, South Korea. Number 6 on the list. North Korea didn't make the list. S. Swan, France. Sylvia is thinking the country of France, and I'm saying sorry. It never made the cut. Nope, so he did make it. Isku Park went for South Korea. You had it. You were right all along. Well done. North Korea, Steaming Bean. Nope. Paul Wilgus, South Korea. We just got it. Lisa went South Korea. Thailand from a Seakeeper. Got Thailand already. Taiwan. Betsy Lane is thinking Taiwan. Nope, it didn't make the cut. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 to go. I'm going to tell you that 2 of them are Asian countries. One of them is North American, and one of them is an island. It's like a continent, but it's an island. Let's see here. Oh, Sonny Wallace has got Australia. There it is. There's Australia. That one was easy. And Indonesia is being guessed. Indonesia didn't make. Oh, sorry. Yes, correct. Thank you. Indonesia. Sorry, just seeing it. Indonesia is one of the Asian countries. I need 1 Asian country and 1 North American country to finish the list. We have Australia being guessed, Indonesia being guessed. Let me scroll up here. Argentina, no. Mexico, no. Spain, no. Germany, no. You don't need nothing in Europe. I'm looking for North America and Asia. North America and Asia. Canada, we already have. And let's see what we've got. The North America country is barely North America. Barely North America. And Asia is an island nation. China, nope. Panama City, not Panama City. Give me the country. Philippines, yes. Philippines is definitely the Asian country. And the North American country is not Panama City, but waiting for the guest to come in. I think we're going to get it here any second. Panama City, Philippines, Brazil. It is not Vietnam. I'm looking for a North American country that just barely is North America and has a lot of skyscrapers. Let's see if we get it. This country is number 12 on the list, by the way. Panama, here it is. We got it. There it is. Panama City, of course, is the city in Panama. I guess I'm being a bit picky, aren't I? Oh my goodness. Okay, here are the winners. Here are the 15 cities. China, or 15 countries, sorry, countries. China, United States, Japan, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, South Korea, Canada, Malaysia, Singapore, the Philippines, Australia, Panama, Brazil, Indonesia, and India. What I find interesting about the list, looking at it, is that one is Canada, where I live. It's 36 million people, and we're number 7 on the list for skyscrapers. We don't have that many people. Singapore, 5.5 million people in Singapore. It's a city nation in effect. Number 9 on the list. Australia, 26 million people. It's number 11 on the list. You've got a few countries here who have very small populations, yet they have a high count of the skyscrapers. And that just goes to show you the wealth of the country or the GDP. It's quite high. Anyway, that was pretty good, you guys. Let's see, where's Panama in Central America? Yeah, so Panama, the canal just north of Colombia, but it is officially in North America. That's the dividing line. And we officially call it North America, but we also call it Central America. All right, we got 2 more to go, and let's see what we can do here. This could be some fun. I've got a skill testing question for you guys, and you can give me a lot of guesses here. We'll see how much fun this one's going to be for you guys. I want you to tell me the largest U.S. cities, except I want you to tell me the largest U.S. cities that are located west of the Mississippi River and happen to be the largest U.S. cities west of the Mississippi River in 1920. Now, think about that, because since 1920 to today, there have been a few changes in this world, and cities exist now that didn't exist in 1920. And put your thinking caps on and tell me, what were the largest cities west of the Mississippi River in 1920? Let's see how we do on this one. There are 20 answers I'm looking for, the top 20. And so you can get a lot of latitude. And let's see where we start. If you need hints, I'll give them to you as we go forward. Steaming Bean, Los Angeles was the 2nd largest city in 1920 west of the Mississippi River. Was not the largest, by the way. 2nd largest. San Francisco from Kathy Butler, that was number 3, city number 3. Angela's got Los Angeles. The Steaming Bean, I'm going with St. Louis, number 1. St. Louis was the largest city west of the Mississippi, and I mean just west of the Mississippi, in 1920. That was the single largest city. It was probably, in the United States, it was probably one of the top 3 cities for size in 1920 overall. New York, Chicago, and probably St. Louis or Philly, St. Louis, very close. Quite interesting. St. Louis, hasn't it dropped from those days? It's not. I don't even know if it's the top 20 anymore. It's amazing. Let's see what other guesses are coming in. Sylvia, San Francisco, we've got it. Kathy Butler, Seattle. Yep, number 6 city was Seattle. San Francisco from Paul and Tommy, very good. Houston, Texas from Angela A. Yep, number 13 city in size was Houston, Texas. Wendy, St. Louis, Missouri, very good. We've got it. Steaming Bean, Kansas City. There were 2 Kansas cities in the top 20 in 1920. The first city was Kansas City, Missouri, and then there was another Kansas City, which was Kansas City, Kansas, and they both were in the top 20. The second one was an 18th place. Today, nowhere near there. Very good. Jim Thomas is going with SAC. Give me the whole city name. I think I know which one you're talking about. We'll watch for that. Paul Wilgus, Denver. Denver was number 8 on the list. Yes. Portland from Angela A was number 7, was bigger than Denver in 1920. So was Seattle. So was Kansas City. All bigger than Denver at that time. Deanne Sanders, a new subscriber, 57 degrees in Indiana today, planning Pride of America cruise next April. Diane, this is great. Diane, welcome to the channel. Welcome to our little thing here. Today, we did a little bit of cruise ship business news, but right now we're playing a little trivia. And the trivia question for you is, if you can guess any of these, in 1920, Tell me the largest cities in the United States west of the Mississippi River. We didn't have air conditioning in 1920. So think about that when you make your answers. One answer per guess. Welcome, Diane. This is great that you're here. I hope you have a great time with us. I'm sure you will, and I welcome you to the channel. The gang will welcome you, I am sure. Steaming Bean is guessing Santa Fe, New Mexico. What about Santa Fe? Nope, Santa Fe did not make the list in 1920. Sonny Wallace, how about San Diego? San Diego? No, San Diego was not yet a top 20 population center in the United States west of the Mississippi in 1920. Unbelievable. Today, of course, it's like top 5. New Orleans. Tommy Eaton is wondering about New Orleans. Is New Orleans west of the Mississippi? It's not west of the Mississippi. It's considered east of the Mississippi, according to this quiz. But I will say that if it were considered to be west, it would be on this list for sure. So I give you half a mark. Jim Thomas, Salt Lake. I'll go with Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City came in at 15. Yep. And then we've got San Francisco from Steaming Bean. We've already got it. Kansas City, we've already got. Dallas, Texas. Angela A. Yep, number 12. Dallas, the 12th largest city in the Western U.S. today. Dallas would be in the top 5. It's huge today, but not back then. Fort Worth. Jim Thomas is coming in at Fort Worth, Texas, number 16. Yeah, that was on there. New Orleans, no. Memphis, no. That's east. Denver, we've got Denver, and it did make the list, Betsy. Nashville, that's on the east side. Phoenix, nope. Phoenix was not in the top 20. If it was a settlement, it was small. No air conditioning. Can you imagine living in Phoenix year-round in 1920? Oh, that would have been tough. Sonny Wallace, Sacramento. That's his guess here. Sacramento didn't make the cut. Nope. Sacramento did not make the cut yet. Tulsa. Steaming Bean is thinking Tulsa, Oklahoma. Nope. Tulsa did not make the list. Casper, Wyoming from Steaming Bean. Nope. Casper didn't make it either. Dallas did. Wendy, we've got it. Sacramento, Jim Thomas, nope. Tommy Eaton, Phoenix, nope. Anthony Does Gaming, California, and BTW. By the way, love you, dude. Keep it up. Thank you, Anthony Does Gaming. Appreciate that. Let's see. Wendy Thompson, Fort Worth, we got it. Steaming Bean, Cheyenne, nope. Cheyenne did not make the cut in 1920. Reno, nope. Cheyenne, nope. Steaming Bean. Albuquerque, no. Albuquerque, New Mexico did not make the cut. Let's see here. Bismarck, no. Billings, no. Montana. Butte, Montana, laugh out loud, no. Anthony Does Gaming. South Dakota, no. I'm looking for cities, not states. Silvers, L. Silvers, Phoenix, no. Boise, Idaho from Tommy Eden, no. Boise did not make the list yet either. Austin, Texas is a guess. Austin, Texas. Nope. Austin, Texas did not make the cut either. Where are we here with guesses? Juneau, Alaska. No. not on the continental lower 48. Carson City, Nevada. No. Colorado Springs. No. San Antonio, Texas. Was San Antonio, Texas? Yes, number 11 was on the list. Rapid City, I believe that's Iowa, if I recall. Not on the list, no. Seattle, we've got it already, guessed number 6. Let me give you the guesses you gave me, folks. The correct answers so far. Number 1, St. Louis. Number 2, Los Angeles. Number 3, San Francisco. I'm looking for number 4. Number 5, Kansas City, Missouri. Number 6, Seattle. Number 7, Portland. Number 8, Denver. I'm missing 9 and 10. Number 11 was San Antonio, followed by Dallas and Houston at 12 and 13. I'm missing 14. Number 15 is Salt Lake City. 15 is Fort Worth. 18 is Kansas City. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 7 more guesses to make the list. We're looking at Portland. We've got it. Anthony Does Gaming. What's the question? Anthony, the question is the biggest U.S. cities west of the Mississippi River in 1920, before air conditioning. Forget Phoenix, man. It was way too hot in 1920 to survive there. So it wasn't one of the top 20 cities yet. What do we got here? Oklahoma City from Kathy Butler. Yes, Oklahoma City is on the list at number 20. It just made the cut in those days. Steamy Bean, that city in Nebraska, there's that city in Nebraska I'm not talking about. Ooh, anybody got a guess on that? Flagstaff, Arizona. No. Houston, we got. Indianapolis. Indianapolis is not on the list. Indiana is on the wrong side of the Mississippi River. Carson City, Nevada. No, Carson City did not make the cut either. Let's see if I have to give you any hints here. One city you need, as a matter of fact, two cities, I believe, are West Coast cities on the coast. At least two of them are. Indianapolis, Houston, Carson City, Lincoln. No, Lincoln is not on there. Nebraska, no. Chicago, no. Chicago's on the other side of the Mississippi, the east side of the Mississippi. It's kind of tricky when you have to think about the west half of the U.S. because on the east half there's all these large towns. Chicago, all on the opposite side. Seattle, we've got already. San Diego didn't make the cut. I'm looking for two West Coast cities. Seattle and San Diego are not the two I'm looking for. I'm looking for another city in Washington State. Looking for another city in Washington State, not Seattle, please. San Diego has been guessed a few times now. Steaming Bean, that city where the movie about Schmitz was filmed. The movie about the Schmitz. What was that place? Tommy Eaton is thinking Portland. We've already got Portland. Rapid City, no, did not make the list. Double checking myself here. No, Rapid City did not make the list. Sacramento, no. Eureka, no, didn't make the list. Good guess though. Hollywood, nope, didn't make it. We got LA. San Diego didn't make it. Los Angeles, we've got Olympus, or nope, not Olympus either. Olympus, Olympia. I think you're talking about Olympia. Didn't make the cut. Vancouver, no. Anina Frank, hi, Bruce and all. Missed the show today, sorry, but give you a thumbs up anyway. Thank you so much. Anyone giving me thumbs ups today, thank you all from me. Appreciate it. Sonny Wallace, Spokane. Yes, Spokane is in Washington State. Number 17, it made the cut. I'm looking for two more cities that are, in effect, coastal cities to finish off part of this list. I also am in need of another city in the Midwest. We'll see if anyone can come up with it. San Jose, no, but good guess. Anthony does gaming. How about Africa? Africa, not working. Diane Sanders, Des Moines. She's wondering about Des Moines, number 14. You got Des Moines. Very well done. I'm looking for one more city in the Midwest, upper Midwest. I'm going to give that much of a clue. Tacoma, Washington. Angela A., you got Tacoma. Number 19 on the list. I think it's coastal. Anaheim, no, it's not Anaheim. The other one I'm looking for is definitely south of Portland, but is north of Los Angeles. Ooh, I'm narrowing it for you now. Narrowing it for you. We've already got Portland. Need this city that's it's on the ocean, but not the ocean, but the ocean it's you can get right to the ocean from this city. You're all around it. Tacoma, Anaheim, Portland, Minneapolis, Wichita. Minneapolis is a city I'm looking for. Number 4 on the list was Minneapolis, on the west side of the Mississippi River. How about that? Wichita, Kansas. Wichita is not on my list, sorry to say. I have 2 left on my list. One on the Pacific coast, one in the Midwest, for sure, the heart of the West, Midwest. Minneapolis, Wichita, Bakersfield. Not Bakersfield. Can't get to the ocean from Bakersfield. You might name cruise ships after Bakersfield. Bakersfield of the Seas as an example. That's a good suggestion for Royal Caribbean. Make a ship called the Bakersfield of the Seas. Mix it up. What the heck? San Jose. Nope, didn't San Jose. It's in the area of San Jose. It's kind of close. San Diego, north. Head north of Los Angeles. Head north to that San Jose area, and tell me the city that was one of the largest, the 9th largest city in the Western U.S. in 1920. You're all around it if you're in San Jose. I'll tell you that. Boise, Idaho, good guess, but not Boise for my Midwest city. San Luis Obispo. No, no, not a city of any note. Pasadena. No, no, not. We have to go north. That's Los Angeles. We're talking up in the San Francisco area. There's a city up there you guys haven't hit yet. Fort Bragg. Good guess, but no, not Fort Bragg. The city I'm looking for in the Midwest is one word. Ends in an A in the Midwest. Pasadena, Fort Bragg, Milwaukee. No, Milwaukee is on the other side. South of Milwaukee, if you want to know directionally, south of Milwaukee ends in an A. Seattle, no, south of Seattle, south of Portland is the West Coast city I'm looking for. Let's see here. North of San Jose, south of Portland. Topeka, Kansas. Oh, that's a good guess. No, and it ends in an A too. Good. Well done. Not the one I'm looking for. Sorry. Long Beach. No. Santa Rosa. No, not Santa Rosa. North of San Jose, south of Portland. And the second one is in the Midwest, ends in an A. One word for both cities. One word. You're scratching your heads. I know you're scratching your heads. We've got St. Louis, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Minneapolis, Kansas City, Seattle, Portland, Denver, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Des Moines. We have Salt Lake City, Fort Worth, Spokane, Kansas City, Kansas, Tacoma, and Oklahoma City. I'm looking for one city with ends in an A that's in the Midwest, and I'm looking for one city on the West Coast that is just north of San Jose, California, just north. Sacramento, no, that's inland a bit. San Mateo, no. Oakland, Scott Brody got it. Oakland, California, that's number 9, the West Coast city. Now we got to zero in on the Midwest town city, number 10 on the list for largest in 1920. Starts with an O, ends with an A. And I don't think this is going to take long now. Peoria was an old guess. We'll see here. Starts with an O, ends in an A, is Midwest, number 11 city in 1920. Lisa Moore, wow. Got your thinking caps on today, folks. 1920, Olympia. That's a perfect guess, but that's not the one I'm looking for. Omaha. Yes, I have Kathy Butler and Diane Sanders. Omaha is the answer I'm looking for. Number 10 city in 1920. Absolutely number 10. That's the list right there. That's our top 20, ending in Oklahoma City and starting at St. Louis. Phoenix didn't exist. Las Vegas didn't exist. Reno, of course, didn't exist in those days for the top 20. I mean, there might have been a settlement, but certainly no population base of any kind. Lubbock, Texas, and Austin, and Plano, and a bunch of these cities that have sprung up since because of air conditioning. Things have changed, and of course, the national highway system changed everything. The interstates changed it all, and it made cities winners and made other cities losers. And here's how you have the list of 1920. Quite something. All right, we got one more to go. One more trivia question to go, and then we're going to call it a show. This one here is looking for countries, and I'm looking for countries that around the world. I'm going to ask for, this is historical. This is not just, this question is probably relevant from about the 1930s or 1920s up to today. And so some countries here don't exist anymore. So there's a big hint for you there. And here's the question for you guys. Tell me the name of the countries that hosted either a summer or winter Olympics. Tell me the countries that have hosted summer or winter Olympic games. The countries. And let's see how we do here. There are 25 of them that I'm looking for, the top 25. And let's see how you do. I'll tell you how many they held once you get the guesses in. Tell me the countries that have held Olympics, winter or summer Olympics. And here we go. Should be getting the guesses anytime. And just give me countries, not cities. Angela, you're giving me a city. Mr. Silvers, USA, number 1, 8 Olympic Games. held in the United States of America. Diane Sanders is looking at the United Kingdom, England. Yep, third place, 3 games. Who's next here? Kathy Butler had the United States, of course. Nina Frank, Canada. Yep, 3 times Canada has hosted the Olympics. Anthony does gaming. Pyeongchang, North Korea. They got some games going on, but not the games we're talking about. They got other games going on. Tommy Eaton, Canada, we got it. Diane, Japan. Yep, 3 for Japan. Paul Wilgus is going with France, and France has held 5 Olympics, number 2 overall. France. Germany, Angela A. Germany has held 2. The country of Germany has held 2. Kathy Butler, Greece. Greece is, I believe, on the list for 2. Let's see who else is here. Nina Frank, Korea. Which one? Paul Wilgus, USA. Sonny Wallace, the Soviet Union. Yes, the Soviet Union held the games once in Moscow. The Soviet Union. Yes. Brazil, Diane Sanders, Brazil. That is correct. Just had the games in Rio 1 time. South Korea, Tommy Eaton. Yes, South Korea twice has had the Olympics. Canada, we've got Kathy Butler. Brazil, we've got it. Paul Wilgus, England, we've got it. Diane Sanders, South Korea, correct, we have it. Kathy Butler, China. China has held the games once so far, and more coming. Nina Frank, Norway, and Nina is correct. Twice Norway has held the games. Russia, Diane Sanders is asking about Russia, and Russia has held the games once. Once in Sochi. The Soviet Union held the games in Moscow. Different times, different countries. Yes. Anthony does gaming. Africa. Never held the games. Africa's never held an Olympics. Isn't that something? Diane Sanders, Austria. Austria has held the games twice. And South Korea, we've got Nina. Diane Sanders, Australia, twice. Correct. Tommy Eaton, Australia as well. Angela A. Switzerland. Switzerland twice has held the games. We've still got countries to go. Spain from Diane Sanders. Spain has held the games 1 time. 1 time for Spain. Italy from Larry Blake. Italy has held the Olympics 3 times. Yep, that's number 4 on the list. We're getting you got the top 13 knocked off already. Beautifully done. Let me tell you the guesses you've got right. The United States, France, United Kingdom, Italy, Japan, Canada, Germany, Australia, Austria, Greece, Norway, South Korea, and Switzerland. I'm looking for 1. I got Brazil, China, by the way, Russia, Soviet Union. Looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go. 7 to go. Australia, Switzerland, Spain, Italy, Brazil. We have. Sweden. Sweden is a guess. Sweden has hosted 1 time. Yes, leaving us with 6 to go. 6 to go. All the countries you're looking for they've held the games once, either a winter or a summer, 1 time in their history. Let's see where we're at here. Taking a look at various countries to start giving you hints when necessary. Sweden, New Zealand is a guess. No, New Zealand has not yet hosted the games. It requires a lot of money to host these games, as we know now. New Zealand, that would be a big stretch for those guys, a big stretch. But they would be great. If New Zealand ever did it, it would be just spectacular, I'm sure. Let's see, Brazil, Sweden, New Zealand, Italy, Spain. These are all guesses that have been made. Let me see if I can give you folks any hints. I've got in Europe, looks like 1, 2, 3. I've got 3, 4, 5 guesses left for Europe, basically, out of about 6. Let's see here. New Zealand, no. Bahamas. Cruising games, laugh out loud. Thailand, no, neither will work for us. Nothing in Asia anymore. We're looking at Europe, and we're looking at 1 country. I don't want to give too much away for this one because it'll probably be pretty obvious to you. Nothing in South America, nothing in Asia anymore. Yugoslavia, there you go. Sonny Wallace, that is one. That was Sarajevo, the games in Sarajevo, the Winter Games. Fantastic guess. Kathy Butler's guessed Spain. We've already got it. Angela A is guessing Turkey. Turkey has never hosted the Olympics. Austria we have. Switzerland we've got. I'm still looking for European. 1, 2, 3, 4 more European. Portugal, no, not Portugal either. And I'm looking for one non-European country. I'm going to have to give it to you as a guess that it is a North American country. One country that is North American. We've already got Canada. We've already got the USA. What's left? Who else would have hosted the games in North America? Let's see here. Switzerland, Portugal are the last two guesses. I need 3 from 4 from Europe. 4 from Europe still. Let's see. Hang on. UK we already got. Can't even tell you whether they're summer or winter. Panama, Cuba, Alaska, the country of Alaska. Nope, neither will work there. Mexico, here it is. Silvers, L. Silvers got Mexico. That is the North American guess right there. That was they've held it once in Mexico City. Okay, we're down to European countries only now. Belgium just came in. That's good. That's a good one. That's one off the list. I've got 1, 2, 3 left in Europe. 3 left. Let me think a minute. Yeah, and I'm quite surprised. I think these are all summer games. Yet you would think a couple of these would be winter game, perfect for winter games. I'm trying to remember if this one is a summer or winter. I have a feeling it's a summer, but anyway, we'll see. Where are we at here? Sonny Wallace, Nazi Germany. Germany held the games in Berlin. We've already got Germany. We've got Germany twice. We've got Germany for Berlin, but I've got another one waiting here. I'll just see what I'm coming in. Holland. I need the proper name for Holland. Poland. No, not Poland. There were the 1936 games in Berlin. Hang on here. Denmark. Is Denmark on the list? No. Nope. Denmark not on the list. France, we've got. Romania, no. No, sorry, Angela, not Romania. We had the Olympics in Berlin. We then had the Olympics in 1972. If you recall, where were the games in 1972 for the summer games? Romania, Netherlands. There we go. We got one for the Netherlands. There we go. I need 2 more European. West Germany. Correct. That is the actual answer. West Germany. There's Germany and West Germany. Well done. Netherlands. I need 1 more European country that has always been in the West, considered a Western European country. Was never part of the Soviet bloc, but they're neighbors to the Soviet Union. They've always been neighbors to Russia, and they've held the games once. Netherlands, Iceland, Czech Republic. No, it would be nice to have them in the Czech Republic. One time held, I think it was just after the Second World War. Yugoslavia, we've already got. Czech Republic, no. This is our last one. They are famous for the Winter Games. They are famous for winning medals in the Winter Games, but not the Summer Games. They're not famous for winning anything in the Summer Games. Yet, I believe they held the Summer Games. Hungary, Bulgaria, no. This country is known for cross-country skiers, and they're known for ski jumpers. They have hockey players, but they're really known for ski jumpers and cross-country skiing. They're also known for those cross-country skiers that can shoot the rifle at the targets as well as cross-country ski. These guys are deadly at that, and it's a national sport. Cross-country skiing is it for this country. The thing. Sweden is close. They're a neighbor. The country I'm thinking of is a neighbor to Sweden. Big hints. Finland. There it is. Finland. We got it. Thank you. Thank you, Silvers. You nailed it. Nailed it. All right. Let me read off the list to you guys. Here are the countries that have hosted either a winter or a summer Olympics. And I'll tell you how many they held. The United States is number one. 8 times the United States had the Olympics in its country. 8 times. France, 5. Is outstanding. 5 times. The cost of these games, any one of them, is a fortune. United Kingdom, 3. Italy, 3. Japan, 3. Canada, 3. Germany, they say 2. Now, I'm a bit confused in Germany because there's Munich, which is West Germany. Berlin was Eastern. I'm trying to think, was there another Winter Games? It might have been, what's that place? Garmisch Park in Kirchen? Was it? It might have been a second Winter Olympics. It might have been for Germany. I think that's why Germany has 2. West Germany has 1. Australia, 2. Austria, 2. Greece, 2. Norway, 2. South Korea, 2. Switzerland, 2. Belgium, the rest are all 1s. Belgium, Brazil, China, Finland, Mexico, Netherlands, Russia, Soviet Union, Spain, Sweden, West Germany, and Yugoslavia. Those make up the Olympic cities, winter and summer. And that did our trivia for the day. I think you guys did pretty well. That 1921 for the U.S. Cities west of the Mississippi, those are tricky because you got to think, oh my, way back when, what was the population system or situation in the United States at the time? Shifting years, shifting everything. Anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that very much. Thank you for, first of all, I want to thank the newbies. We had a couple of newbies show up today, which is always great, showing the channel's growing. Thank you for joining in today and having some fun with us on Saturday. Monday to Friday, I'm on the air at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I put in a second show at 8 o'clock on each day, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Saturdays, 2 o'clock Eastern. And we love talking about cruise ships, cruise ship vacations, new ships coming out, itineraries, ports of call, changes in rules, what can you do about packing tips and tricks and software you can find, and you name it. We love talking cruising. So please join me at your pleasure. If you are new to my channel, you'd like to subscribe, there's a button here, there's a button there, and I think beside this button over here is a little bell icon. If you click on that, you'll be notified every time I upload a video and when I'm going live. And so grab that and click on it. It's free, and you're part of the, you'll be notified by YouTube when I'm on the show. Thanks again for supporting my channel, everybody. Thanks for checking out my merchandise over here, the redbubble.com button, the little red one on the upper right. Check out the merch. See if you'll find a coffee mug or a t-shirt or a sticker or something that you want to show off traveling with Bruce on. That would be great. Thank you for all of your questions and comments today. I love it. And thanks for the thumbs ups. Let's see how many we got today. Let me take a peek here. We're at 26 thumbs ups. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. We take them all. And I'm on the air on Monday. Tomorrow, Sunday, I'm driving back to Creston with Jen. And we're heading back. Oh, look at this right at the end of the show. Oh, my goodness. What's coming in? Angela A. just sent me $20 super chat. I just landed. Holy moly. Debbie Manuel is saying, I missed you all today. We'll watch over the weekend and visit you with you Monday. Enjoy the visit. Your daughters, Bruce, thank you so much. Thumbs up to all who played. Kathy Butler, happy birthday to your daughter and safe travels back home. Just got three $20 super chats just popped up, one after the other. Is that right? This is something. This is quite a surprise. This is a wonderful surprise. And I'm trying to figure out, is it all from the same person? Is it all Angela A doing that? Thank you so much, Angela A. I'm stunned. Wonderful. That's gas money to get home. As a matter of fact, we're stopping at Costco tomorrow on the way out of town because, well, you know, Jen's got to have her hot dog. I mean, you know, we can't leave town without having one of those. God forbid. And we'll hit the gas bar for the cheapest price of gas. Just so you know, in America, up here right now in Canada, we're paying through the nose for gas. Yet we're sitting on this stuff. I mean, we got billions of barrels of oil, gas here. Gas for me in Calgary is, what would that be? 3.7 times. My goodness. $1.20 or so a liter. Oh my gosh, 360 and about three. It's about $4.50 a gallon Canadian for an American gallon of gas. Even with the exchange rate, it's 370 US. That's what we're paying for gas in this town, and we make the stuff. We're sitting on it, and we make that's what we're paying for our own fuel. 370, and Alberta is cheaper than British Columbia, where I'm headed to. You can see why I left going to Coeur d'Alene to the Costco down there. I pick up my gas in Coeur d'Alene at 240, 245 a gallon American instead of 370 American. It's huge. You put in 20 gallons at $1.30 a gallon. It's $26. Crazy, unbelievable. Kathy Butler, happy birthday to your daughter. Jim Thomas, see, yay, Angela. Angela, thank you so much. This is fun. I don't think they were all me. I don't think they're all me. Okay, we'll figure out what happens, Angela. I'm showing the one there. We'll see what's going on. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by today, for participating in the show. Thank you for the thumbs ups. I'll see you guys on Monday from Creston, 5 o'clock Eastern time for my usual show. Have a great rest of the weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching. You guys take care, and we'll catch you a little later. Take care for now, and bye-bye.